WRDE Coast TV.
First alert weather day. We are tracking some very strong storms right now, beginning to make its impact. It's going to be tracking its way towards the east at approximately 21 miles per hour. Expected to hit Federalsburg at 6:08, Hebron at 6:13, Bridgeville at 6:38, and Pittsfield at 6:57. And we have some tornado warnings well to our south that could swing in our direction.
Signs are up to stop marijuana use in Dewey Beach, the town's efforts to deter people from drug and alcohol use at the beach.
Shuffling through clothing for back-to-school shopping, changes Milford parents want to see in the district's dress code.
15 miles per hour speed signs set up in Milton, why the town is urging drivers to slow down.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 6 starts right now.
We begin our newscast with a live look into Laurel from the Tyndall's Casual Furniture camera, a view from the west showing storms fast approaching the peninsula. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with potential severe weather coming to the coast. Let's go to our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, who joins us now with a look at our weather.
Right now, we are tracking a strong line of storms that's now beginning to knock on the door on just the other side of Sussex. This is Sussex County right here. And then as I begin to kind of relocate and shift the map over here for you, we see this long line of storm that's going through Hurlock, Mardella Springs, as well as Gum Swamp. Now, this is actually what we're concerned with right in our immediate area here. And as I begin to track this, we're going to use our squall line ability here to kind of see what this entire line is doing. Now, as we begin to trace this line here, right here, we're going to do that all over again. Stop. There we go. As we begin to trace this line here, we're looking at it pushing its way towards the east. Now, down here in Tangier, we have actually a tornado warning that's in effect there. But that's to our south, and that's tracking more so directly towards the east at about 20 miles per hour. But as of right now, we're looking at this particular line that's beginning to push its way through the area pretty steadily here. And we're looking at this particular cell that's moving very steadily towards the east. And so we're expecting for at least 1 to 2 lines here that's going to cause some complications, possibly reaching Seaford by 6:30, Sycamore at 6:49, and Bryan Store at about 7 o'clock. Now, these storms have a history of frequent lightning strikes, 60-mile-per-hour winds. And we've actually, when it was over in the D.C. area, prompted several tornado warnings. It hasn't caused that concern for us just yet here, but we are tracking this and keeping a close eye on it. And if we indeed have a tornado warning, we will break programming, even the newscast, to let you know where the danger storms are happening and where they are going. But for right now, back to you, Maddie.
Thank you. The town of Dewey Beach is cracking down on marijuana use months after Delaware legalized its recreational sale and use. Coast TV News reporter Heidi Kirk shows us how some new signs are the latest action taken against the drug.
On a beach vacation, the last thing Alex Perta wants to smell is marijuana.
I just was in New York City visiting there, and the whole air system there, walking down Fifth Avenue, Broadway, it just smelled like marijuana.
With the drug now legal in the first state, coastal communities are cracking down on the regulations. These new signs in Dewey Beach outline the ordinance that restricts smoking, and Perta's happy to see them.
I really don't care what people do, but I think that that's a slippery slope for our young people. When you give it a freedom, just people take advantage of it.
The signs also outline a strict alcohol policy that prohibits drinking on the beaches from May 15th to September 15th.
After a summer of increasing teenage crime and gang activity, the town says they're doing everything they can to curb bad behavior at the beach.
If you come to our town, we expect you to follow the rules and the laws of the state and the codes of the town.
Added fines and security camera signage are 2 other measures recently added to ensure town rules aren't broken, to make sure people like Perta can enjoy their beach vacation drug-free. In Dewey Beach, I'm Heidi Kirk, Coast TV News.
The Milford School District's dress code, it hasn't changed since it was last updated this time last year, but the code is drawing resentment from parents who are tired of the cost of buying clothes separate from their kids' normal wardrobe. Parents like Ashley Quinlan, with 3 kids in the Milford School District, has signed a petition to loosen up the dress code.
We're a public school, we're not private, we're not charter, and quite a few of the other public schools around us don't have a uniform. So why is it being pushed here?
Quillen hopes that other parents who agree with the petition will express their opinions at the next Milford School Board meeting. That meeting is scheduled for August 21st at 6 p.m. But this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what should public schools require for student attire? And let's take a look at the updates from our last newscast.
A large majority, and even more so now, say they believe some sort of a dress code. Some say no policy, others say uniforms, but really dress code seems to be the biggest number here.
If you haven't voted yet, you still can. It's really easy. You just go to WRDE.com, or you can use our mobile app, and we're going to have updated results later in the newscast.
Well, there's a possible marijuana vote coming to the city of Rehoboth this Friday. Commissioners are meeting to consider regulations that would ban the production and sale of marijuana within the city. Commissioners are also considering banning marijuana use in outdoor settings and smoking areas. If this ordinance is passed, Rehoboth Beach will be another coastal community joining Dewey, as you just saw, and more in banning marijuana sales. That meeting is set for 2 p.m. Friday at City Hall.
Dewey Beach commissioners are expected to vote on an ordinance to revise its nightly curfew for children. If passed, children can't be in any public places in Dewey Beach from 11 p.m. until 5 a.m. According to the ordinance, if anybody breaks the town's curfew, they would be fined for the violation, but that's only after a first warning. The meeting will take place at the Dewey Beach Life Saving Station at 3 p.m. this Friday.
New requirements for older cars or trucks in Delaware start today. It's part of the state's Going Green policy and will change vehicle registration. According to DENREC, the changes require certain cars and trucks with the model year of 1996 through 2008 to undergo an onboard diagnostics test, which collects emissions information. They also say any car or truck with a model year of 1995 or older needs to have a curb idle to help reduce carbon dioxide emissions coming from that vehicle and the gas cap test.
DelDOT would like to invite you to a public workshop regarding the replacement of the Lighthouse Road Bridge over the Assawoman Bay. The agency says that the purpose of the meeting is to get feedback from the public on the proposed plans for that replacement project and its development. The current bridge has reached its service life and needs to be replaced in that same location. The workshop will be held tomorrow at the Roxana Volunteer Fire Company in Frankfort from 4 to 7 p.m.
Milton drivers have to slow down. All side and small streets in town have a 15-mile-per-hour limit very soon. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber shows us why some worry the change won't make a difference.
Cars zoom down Broad Street, and soon they will have to drive 10 miles slower. The Milton Town Council voted yes to changing the speed limit on side streets that are currently 25 miles per hour to 15 miles per hour. Joseph White lives on one of those streets. He says the change is necessary to keep people safe.
Because these streets are narrow, there's a lot of pedestrian traffic, bike riders and stuff. All these streets do not have designated, even the busy streets do not necessarily have designated bike lanes. And being a bike rider myself, we got to take it down.
If you drive through the neighborhoods, you can see many people who live in Milton have made signs cautioning drivers to slow down. The town council said making all the side and small streets 15 miles per hour will be more uniform.
I spoke with people off camera who are not in favor of the change because they believe people simply won't listen. People believe that this change will only be effective if police are actively monitoring these new 15-mile-per-hour roads.
Mark Steigerwalt is in favor of the change, but wants to see more police presence when it comes to speeders.
I do see police on the street. I don't know whether or not they're checking speed limits or they're just passing through because we're relatively close to the police station. So yes, it would be nice to have a little bit more of a presence.
The lowered speed limit begins in January. In Milton, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Now, it is important to note this change is only for those small streets. It doesn't apply to major roads like Route 16 or Union Street that go through town.
More to come still this evening.
Fixing the water problem in Georgetown, coming up when you can attend an upcoming meeting on the groundwater site aiming to resolve this conflict.
Running towards victory at the Lifeguard Championships coming up. Some strong performances by our Coast lifeguards at the big event.
But first, this man walked to the United States. What he did after he arrived? We're back in just 60 seconds.
The show is here. Everybody put your hands left work to come.
You left her? They gonna see you. He's with me today. We're lighting up daytime, baby.
And you're going to bless people every single day.
We're giving back, lifting each other up. Something hits you in your heart. We're doing it all. Mama Hood, coming to the rescue.
Weekdays at 2 on WRDE.
Doing what we love is the heart of our company. Coastal Comfort delivers expert work, amazing customer service, and is dedicated to consistent improvement. As we continue to grow, we will always be dedicated to serving our customers with the highest quality in products and unmatched customer service. We strongly believe that well done is better than well said. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer. We're the experts because we earned it. Carrier, turn to the expert.
Mr. Hernandez walked 5 days to get to the United States, and what happened after that is truly inspiring.
Telemundo Delmarva and Coast TV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman shows us what that man went through and what he's doing today.
Victor Hernandez walked to the United States and into a new life 17 years ago.
Lo que uno busca es superarnos.
What we seek is to surpass ourselves and the American dream. And like everyone else who wants to come to this side, you make the decision and you come. It's not that easy, but it can be done.
Victor's journey to Delaware started in Guatemala. It took 15 days, 5 of them walking.
La verdad se sufre mucho.
The truth is that you suffer a lot because sometimes you run out of food in the middle of the path. It is not like remembering that you are going on vacation. You simply suffer, for example, the walk apart from tiredness and thirst.
Once he arrived, he spent several years working in our area in construction and a chicken plant. Hernandez then decided to become his own boss and started a Georgian restaurant called Delaware Nutrition.
Yo pienso es como todo, ¿no?
I think it's like everything. Sometimes at the beginning, as you say, you get to a moment where you say, I don't want to do it anymore because it's a long process. But remember that you always have a goal and you have a dream to fulfill, and you say, no, until it is fulfilled, I want to continue fighting.
This is where Hernandez is accomplishing one of his dreams, to impact people's lives through nutrition in a country that has given him great opportunities. In Georgetown, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
We're taking a look right now at a strong storm that's making its impact, moving across Mardella Springs and is tracking towards northeast. It's starting to see some early circulation associated with it. Expected to hit St. George at 6:35, Smith Hill at 6:49, Pepperbox at 7:03, and Lowe's Crossroads at 7:11. We'll continue to track these storms as they get even closer to Sussex County. We'll be back with more.
When you choose Valor Home for your new roof, you're joining our mission to give a new roof to local veterans. Plus, through the end of the month, you'll get half off roofing materials. Call now for your free estimate.
833-83-VALOR.
Get ready for an unforgettable driving experience at Gateway Subaru. Discover the rugged elegance of the Subaru Outback with its symmetrical all-wheel drive that ensures you'll conquer any terrain with confidence. Or get ready to elevate your drive with the all-new, redesigned 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with its sleek design, advanced technology, and enhanced performance. Right now, you can custom order the all-new Crosstrek at Gateway Subaru. Embrace the thrill of driving and embark on your next adventure. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Hershey Exteriors brings the future of roofing to Delmarva. Introducing GAF Timberline solar shingles, where the solar technology is inside the shingle. No more bulky solar panels, just a sleek, elegant solar roofing system that generates clean energy. And it comes with a 50 and 25-year warranty that covers the roof and solar components. Plus, we offer 0% financing for 18 months or low monthly payments. Get the future of roofing with me, Tyler Hershey, because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
It's baseball season, and the Delmarva Shorebirds is your home for fun. Join 93.5 The Beach for Thirsty Thursdays every week. Plus, don't miss special 102.5 WBOC Maryland Pride Thursdays presented by Spicer Brothers. And don't miss Big Beer Fridays with Big Classic Rock 107.7. It's a summer of fun. Let's play ball. Late Night with Seth Meyers. Late nights on WRDE.
Choose Valor Home and purchase with purpose. Your new roof helps us put a new roof over the head of a local veteran in need. Plus, you'll get a free upgrade to architectural shingles.
833-83-VALOR.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
Sponsored by Ancient Art Stone, where countertops are always a work of art.
I really want to encourage you to go ahead and scan the QR code in the corner here because we have some serious storms pushing across our area. This is a look at Salisbury, courtesy of our Spicer Brothers camera, and we're starting to see the rain making the roads a little bit on the slick side. But we actually have the luxury of taking a look at the front edge of a storm as it approaches. Let's take a look at our Laurel camera, courtesy of our Tyndall's Furniture camera, and you can see that wall that you see right there, with that wall of cloud cover and moisture that's pushing across, well, that's actually what we're dealing with at this present time as it begins to make its move throughout Laurel. And this is just the front edge of this thing. Now, as we switch over to radar, you see this is what it looks like live, and here's what that same area looks like right here in Laurel. So that's what we just saw, a live shot right there before the rain, the heavier showers arrive. And the reason why that's significant is because we're seeing early circulation with this line of storms, one particular cell that's pushing across right now. And that's the one we want to track at this present time. That's the cell that's moving across Marbella Springs, moving at approximately 20 miles per hour. It's going to hit Mardella Springs at about 6:25, Santo Domingo at 6:35, Ralph's at 6:47, then it will move into Laurel at about 7 o'clock, 7:02, and then Midnight Thicket at 7:08. It's not necessarily a severe thunderstorm. There's no warning associated with it, but we're seeing early circulation associated with this, which means it could be turning into a supercell thunderstorm. We have a history of about 60-mile-per-hour winds associated with this system as it's tracking towards the east. Now, this is part of a bigger system that's pushing across the region that's causing even more complications to our south. In fact, as we go to our south, this particular cell has been of great interest for us because as it moves across, it actually prompted a tornado warning earlier throughout Tangier. Now it still has right now a severe thunderstorm warning that's active at this present time. Now with that particular cell, that's tracking towards the east, moving at approximately 20 miles per hour as well. And so as we begin to track this one, it is also still showing some aspects of being a very strong storm and tracking across Hallwood and over towards Horsey as well as Nash Corner and possibly hitting Signpost. Generally speaking, we're looking at the severe thunderstorm warnings across just over the water for right now, but it's this entire line that's beginning to gain some momentum with a low pressure system located in the general vicinity. Our risk of storminess and stormy weather, a 2 out of 5. So we are in the bullseye as far as that is concerned. Our anticipation for Tuesday is that we have another first alert day for tomorrow. Tuesday in the afternoon, we're looking for a strong southerly flow and another line of strong storms that's going to push through our region. So when you take a look at our beach forecast, looking at strong storms on Tuesday for Wallops Island and for Assateague, because we're having yet another first alert day for not only tonight, but for tomorrow. Same holds true for us in Ocean City as well as South Bethany with temperatures in the 80s and 90s. Cape Henlopen and Dewey Beach, I want you to stay on alert for tomorrow as well as tonight. Here's a look at your extended forecast. Once again, we're on a first alert night and then a first alert day once again for Tuesday, and we will continue to track the strong storms.
Thank you, Paul. Tomorrow night, the EPA is in Georgetown, updating the public on contamination and remediation efforts. According to the agency, the water near the intersection of Kimmy and Laurel Streets was contaminated with chemicals that are commonly used in dry cleaning. Officials say that they have identified 2 former dry cleaners that may be responsible for the contamination, and they say they are expected to tell people the extent of the contamination at tomorrow's meeting. That's at 4 p.m. But no need to worry. The agency says that the water currently does meet safe drinking standards.
Sussex County lifeguards returned to Delaware successful after participating in the National Lifeguard Championships in Virginia Beach over the weekend. The Sussex County Life Saving Association was comprised of beach patrols along coastal southern Delaware. They placed second in the nation overall. Professional lifeguards of all ages competed in water and beach course events. The objectives of the championship are to uplift lifeguards, encourage physical fitness, and provide opportunities for camaraderie between patrols and the public.
It's time to take another look at our Coast TV poll. We want to know, well, what should public schools require for student attire? And so far, it's been a pretty lopsided vote right there. You can see it. 73% say there should be a dress code, 15% say uniforms, and 12% say no policy. If you haven't voted yet, you still can at WRDE.com or our mobile app. And we're going to have updates on that one tonight on Coast TV News at 11.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, sports fans? The football season is right around the corner, and we get an inside look of an up-and-coming team in the Henlopen Conference. The Lake Forest Spartans are featured in the second edition of Inside the Huddle. The Spartans made history in the state playoffs last season, winning their first postseason game since 1995. The leaders on the squad have bigger goals in mind for 2023.
Yeah, I want a chip, for real. I want a chip because we haven't had chips in 1995. I want a chip now. It's been a lot of years since we had a chip. And my goal this year, personally, I want to break the lake tackle record. And I want to show everybody that I should be #1 linebacker in the state.
Moving on, the 6th annual Dre Day was held on Saturday at Washington High School. Former pro basketball player, University of Maryland and Loyola Maryland, plus Shore legend Andre Collins founded the event, which included a high school and celebrity basketball game. The ultimate goal of the event is to bring awareness to gun violence, bullying, and drug abuse. A great event for a great cause, and you can watch that whole story tonight on The Final Score at 10:30 p.m. And if you like the sneak peek of Lake Forest football gearing up for the season, you can hear from the head coach and more players also on The Final Score tonight. That'll do it for us for now. Have a great night, everybody.
Soaring Over the Shore is brought to you by Morse Roofing and Siding.
The most inland town in the Cape region, Milton has a lot of history, but also a super bright future. You may feel transported in time in historic downtown Milton. Antique and specialty stores attract both locals and visitors. But with the growing population, this town is becoming many people's hometown. Milton has always been a transportation hub, with the Broadkill housing a shipbuilding industry in the 18th century, and later with the Queen Anne's Railway. Now, roads like 16 and Route 1 connect the state, and while industries have changed, like one big brewery here, the charm has not. Previously called Osborne's Landing and head of the Broadkill, Milton is now simply home to many in Sussex County.
Well, Tommy, here's another roof I got to get done today.
Leave this one to me, Tom.
Got that one done.
You got the next one.
There's good.
There's better. And then there's more.
Delmarva's rock station for 35 years.
At Window World, get 10 replacement windows installed for only $115 a month. 0% financing available for 18 months.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Window World of Delmarva to get it done right.
Call now for a free estimate.
J. Con Scott. J. Con Scott. Fine furniture and new location interiors on Route 1, Rehoboth Beach.
10, 8, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row, brought to you by Pohanka of Salisbury.
Download the DSN app today, driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Window World, the #1 replacement window company, specializes in roofing too. Save $500 off a new CertainTeed roofing system.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Window World of Delmarva to get it done right.
Call now for a free estimate today.
This summer, pack your bags and head to Ocean City, Maryland for free family fun all summer long.
watch beach movies, build sandcastles, and gaze at colorful kites, all completely free. Bust a move from the beach to the bay with beach dance parties, Sunset Park party nights, and Sundays in the park with fireworks, all completely free. Enjoy arts and crafts, discover Ocean City's history, and be in awe of acrobatic stunts at the circus, all completely free. So get going. Family memories are waiting to be made in Ocean City, Maryland. Plan your trip now at OCOcean.com.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
We love this story. The Art and Bloom organization has donated a bronze sculpture to the Lewis Public Library. The organization unveiled the sculpture earlier today. Check this out. It's called Best Friends Reading. Lots of people in the community, parents and their children, were able to take photos with that sculpture. The community says they just love it there. Art and Bloom's co-chair says he hopes it inspires everyone who sees it.
That the Lewis children and tourists and grandmoms will bring their little kids and just love to look at it. Maybe it might be the first introduction for a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old to art, and for them to touch it and feel it and be happy about it.
I love that. You can view the sculpture next to the children's room patio of the Lewis Library.
I loved the kid that was sitting there watching with the sculpture. Coming up new on Coast TV News at 11, Milford Police and Mental Health, how the department is helping those who have nowhere to go. That story and more on Coast TV News at 11.
Right now, we are tracking some very strong storms making its impact throughout Delmarva at this present time. Most of them are tracking towards the east. Right now, we're seeing frequent lightning strikes between Sharptown and Delmar, and this entire line is tracking towards the east at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. But as of right now, it looks like the intensity is lowering instead of becoming more intense. We'll continue to track it for you. Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. We're calling for another first alert day for Tuesday. And to be quite honest, between you and me, I think tomorrow's storms are going to be more dangerous than tonight's. But we're going to still track tonight. But just keep in mind, we do have a first alert day in effect for tomorrow as well. But then after tomorrow, we are smooth sailing and enjoying some great weather.
Well, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.